found it. The proof I've always longed for. A pixel tech? Fascinating. Is it trying to talk to me? Another fever dream, perhaps? But for simplicity's sake, I will choose to believe that. If it will excuse me, I have important work to do. Yes, thanks, and goodbye. Hello again. Persistent. I actually admire that quality a great deal. It is underrated, in my opinion. Well, fever dream or no, if the Paxel Tech is going to be hanging around, I suppose I should tell it my name. I am indescribable. Hello. Oh, it is struggling. Poor thing. The Paxel Tech dream creature may do as it pleases. Walt has more important things to consider. A pleasant chat. Surprisingly so. Indeed. Thanks and goodbye. It cannot be helped, can it? The curiosity. It is killing the Paxel Tech as surely as it is killing me. Knowledge is the only cure. This mural here on the cave wall, can it comprehend the meaning? A trick question, of course. I have dedicated my life to learning so that I may find the answers I seek and put the pieces together. After years and years of searching this jungle, I have finally found proof of what I knew all along. Of what, it asks? Proof of all that matters in the whole world. Proof that the lost tribe of the Pan does exist. See, I have found the location of their civilization. It is no less than miraculous. I have gotten ahead of myself, have I not? I do apologize. My manners are not what they once were. I have been alone a long while now. Very long while. What brings the Paxel Tech here? How can Walt be of service? If it is looking to spend, I have a few valuable items I may be willing to part ways with. Funding for my research must be procured by whatever means necessary. It cannot resist my wares. Right. Goodbye, then. The wandering Paxel Tech returns. A curious mind will lead to the greatest treasures. I thought it would never ask. This ancient mural is a gift from the lost tribe of the Pan. My long sought-after proof of their existence. They were real, and they landed here, far removed from Genus and her thin fruit. Imagine the freedom, the adventure, the fear, yes, but also the exhilaration. They were not unlike myself. Adventurers to the core. If only I had descended from one of their lot instead. But no time for pointless musings. From this mural, paired with my own independent studies, we can deduce that their ships were separated from the rest. They were assumed killed by the ocean's fury, but in truth, they arrived here, edged out a living as best they could under Thalos's mighty leadership. King Thalos was the son of Kolket and the lost tribe's leader. When they landed ashore, he led them into the underground tunnels and helped redefine their way of living to survive. It is a nasty jungle, as the Paxel Tech has no doubt noticed. But tragedy struck the tribe, as it does. My ancestors fell ill, beginning with brave Thalos, afflicted by the same disease that destroyed the ancient Pan society, and force them to abandon their homeland. I do not know what happened next. Not yet, but I will know soon enough. Mark my words, Baxultek. This is history in the making. Its sense of things is keen. Indeed I am, shall we say, a distinct parent. A commoner who loathed the idea of a soldier's life and dreamed of finding the lost tribe and perhaps others like myself. I grew up hearing stories about the lost tribe and was always told they were merely a child's tale. Well, I knew better, of course. My heart told me otherwise. It's much like the power of the life song, which can sing life into the lifeless. No flesh, no blood required. It is a song I can merely hear, but not quite. Yet I search, ear to the ground. No one believes me about that either, of course. I have always been an outsider because of these beliefs, not fitting in anywhere with anyone. I am strange, as the Baxultek so aptly observed. And so I took quite well to years of solitude, just me and my research. I became accustomed to the loneliness. I am the last to judge the object of one's journey, but why? Beings of great power bring only tyranny. Believe me, if it is wanting power, it must seek said power out for itself. Then the Baxultek can reform the world as it sees fit. If it is buying, stay a while. Otherwise, I must return to my research. Right. Goodbye, then. I knew it. I always believed.
Come on. Never seen anything like this before. This looks important.
They always ridiculed me. Who is laughing now? Ah! Ah! Hello. It is nice to see a familiar face around these parts, even if it is a strange and hornless one. It has arrived at an opportune time. See, I have found another mural. This one is more than I could have ever dreamed of. This discovery is downright exhilarating. The implications, the possibilities, it's overwhelming in the best of ways. Excuse me, I have a tendency to get carried away. Is my Paxotech friend in need of something? What is intriguing the Paxotech, I wonder? Listen well. Thalos survived the plague that had long haunted the Pan. After falling ill, he began hearing an unusual sound that seemed to come from the ground itself. Music. Strange music, with no instruments or voice to carry it. He ventured out to find the source. What he found was her, Lydusa, a goddess of stone. In exchange for a year of companionship away from his people, she promised to cure him and give him the means to cure the others. He agreed. In his time away, the plague had ravaged his tribe. But he was able to save those who remained and start over anew. The goddess had granted him an unusually long life, and he ruled over the Pan for several prosperous centuries. The Pan worshipped their new goddess, building a temple and singing her praises. Here is the exciting part. It is said that she grew fond of the Pan and actually taught them how to use her power over the living stones. Yes. Yes, it does. Everything, as it were. See, I have been chasing this dream since I was a child. I was a commoner, born for nothing but bloodshed and servitude. But I did not want that for myself. I wanted to believe the lost tribe was real, that they were out there somewhere. So I studied, became as clever and useful as I could, and at a young age, I was chosen to serve Genus herself. After many years of loyalty, I was assigned to a mission to explore the uncharted jungle. It was the chance I had been waiting for. So, here I am, chasing my dreams across cave and jungle. And finally, I am nearing the answers I have long sought. I am on the trail, my friend. They could still be out there. Or if not, perhaps the secret of their power over stones. This could change my life, change our whole society. Oh, but one step at a time. I must not get ahead of myself. There is still much to unravel. I can hardly stand the excitement. What else, my friend? As it were, I have some incredible items that I would be willing to part with. There must be something the Paxotech is in need of. Until next time, my hornless friend.
Here they come.
Tunis. Era. Os. Sahet. Huzo. Nas of. Nas handul. Es era. Sal. Beware, hoofless beast. You gaze upon steadfast Lydusa, spirit of the land, nymph of the glittering grotto. When the ground beneath you shakes and quakes and tosses you fro, when boulders tumble and crush from above, when the deep dark caves twist and lead you astray, that's Lydusa's wrath. Now speak, before I petrify your flesh to never-moving stone. Why do you trespass here? Why? To slay it? To reap of its power for your own beastly gain? Lies and lies and lies again! Mortal beasts can never be sated. Offered a pebble, they seek a mountain. Lydusa is the only goblin here, and there's nothing of mine left to take. What's most precious to me has already been stolen. The wicked beasts, the hooved ones, they stole Lydusa's precious thing. Without it, I can't tell my singing stones to cease their song of wrath. Yes, the singing stones belong to Lydusa. Once they sang only sweetly. It was my magic that first sung them to life. A song to make them twirl and dance like wind-caught sand. But the wicked beasts twisted my sweet song to screams. I screamed and screamed. Now, poor Lydusa has lost something precious. The beasts stole it and locked it away. I can't sing without it. You, hoofless beast, will find my precious thing and return it to me. Do you feel the stone flesh within, turning your inside cold and still? That is my curse, the touch of Lydusa. And I won't lift it until you bring me what I seek. I don't remember, but it was precious to me. And it was sundered, stolen. Without it, I am shadow split. I am not me. I'm not Lydusa. When you find it, beast, you will know that it's mine. That it is precious. Now go, before you become petrified and useless. Find Lydusa's precious thing, lest your flesh turn to stone.
It was her own fault. choice. Sometimes one must do what must be done. They had no choice. Oh, forgive me, my friend. I have a lot on my mind. I found another piece of the story, and I am another step closer to the truth. It is tragic, bloody, a betrayal, some might say. But they would be wrong. That is just the way of things. Trust me, I know all too well. Anyway, does the Puxeltech need something? I have new items on offer. My life is an unending slew of questions. Speak, friend. The priesthood was formed in service to the goddess. She taught them alone to wield the power of the living stones. The simple things only, from what I can gather. Heating pots on command, lulling young ones to sleep and things of the like. But there was so much more potential. This divine power was right at their fingertips, but she selfishly kept it to herself. It must have been maddening. Yes, I'm certain it was. They made a plan to trap her. One day a year, she took mortal form and required Thalos to lie with her. Our noble king was dubbed the Bloodless King because he never sired a child. It was because of her. He was under her spell. She was less powerful in her mortal form. So, when that night came around, they used their own ancient magics and captured her. Thalos was enraged and fought back, killing his own kind. He had no choice but to capture him as well. Thalos was driven mad by the goddess. He would not listen to reason. So, they imprisoned him and took control of the kingdom. Knowing the goddess was fond of her royal pet, they bartered his life in exchange for the secrets of her power. They got what they wanted, what they needed to safeguard their society. Using her power, they were able to create living constructs to do their bidding. And so, the Pan went from living like savages to an era of swift advancement. Imagine having such power in the palm of one's hand. Power like that could change the fate of our people, even those deemed unworthy of the Thane fleet. It is tragic, but that is the way of history, of the world. One must rise from tragedy, stronger than before. The secret of this power must still be around here somewhere. I can feel it. Trust me, my friend. This day will live on in the annals of history forever and ever. Why? Why? Because I have sacrificed everything for this knowledge, for this power that I am on the cusp of unearthing. This could change everything for me, for all commoners, for all of Yesha. It has no idea what I have endured to get here. The suffering, the loneliness, the ridicule. How the Lemir laughed and laughed at poor Wolf. It was humiliating! And then there were those wasted, tortuous years serving Genus. That cruel tyrant none of us chose, doing anything she asked of me. Anything. I did everything she asked of me. And she asked a great deal. Whenever there was blood to be spilled, there I was in the night. Dagger in hand. Important figures. Commoners like me. Even children. It was the only way to prove my loyalty. I did not mean to. I did not want to, but I had to do it. That was the only way she would ever trust me enough to explore the enchanted jungle. It was for the greater good. It really was. I just wish I could forget their eyes. The look of betrayal in their eyes as they breathe their last breath. As long as I live, I never want to see that look again. My friend. My first and only friend. He must think Walt is a monster. And perhaps I am. But my heart is true. If nothing else, believe that much. I see. Please consider perusing my new stock, friend. I hope my friend's journey is fruitful. They just wanted the knowledge. They needed it, like Walt does.
Happened here? This isn't looking good. that's over. What's this doing here? Okay, this is it.
Walt is lost. Walt is broken. That monster. How could she? I swear to... Oh, it is my friend. Thank goodness. I am... not well. Not well at all. What would it like to know? It is hideous. Difficult to look at. Being alone with this new truth has been... It has been... Just know that I am glad for the company. What does it think is the matter? My hopes and dreams have crumbled and fallen. The lost tribe is no more, and the secrets of her power are lost. I will never escape. It is either a life of loneliness in the jungle or of deplorable servitude back home. I cannot go back. I will not go back to that life of misery. But I cannot hide in the wreckage of the lost tribe either, barely scraping by. There is nothing left for me. My dream is dead. I am a walking corpse. What did I find? If it must know, proof of heinous betrayal and cruel misuse of power. And the downfall of my lost tribe at her despicable hands. Once the Pan priesthood had pried every last secret of the living stones from the captured goddess Lydusa, they granted her the mercy of truth. A bitter truth that would ruin everything they'd worked so hard to build. See, Thelos had long ago died from injuries sustained during his capture. A tragic and unintentional loss, as he was well loved by his people. But the goddess went mad! In her fury, she broke free from her prison. Then she murdered them. In a cold, cruel rage, she turned the Pan's living constructs against them. And together, they swept through that utopian kingdom and decimated the lost tribe. Only the priests remained, confined to the throne room. Drenched in blood, she demanded Thelos' body, but it had long since been burned. They could not comply even if they wished to, but she did not care. She is incapable of such emotion. She killed them, and that was that. The end of my lost tribe. They're gone. Destroyed. Forever. All because of a failed goddess who did not think us worthy of her power. She must pay. It is wrong. Wrong! Truth be damned! I was not doing this for truth. I wanted to find the lost tribe and join their society. And once I found out about their power over stones, I had foolishly hoped to overthrow Genus and her tyrannical hold over the pan. I dreamed of a Yesha where every pan could rise and fall based on their own merits, where they're free to choose what shape their life will take, where there is no cabal of immortal elites who treat us like expendable pawns. But it is over. Finished. The lost tribe is gone, and the goddess, her secrets are her own once again. It is hopeless. Ask or do not, buy or do not, it does not matter anymore. Goodbye, dearest friend.
That looks important.